access MoveNote, you can either go to the Chrome Web Store and search MoveNote, and then you should have a blue button that says Add to Chrome, or you can go to MoveNote.com. Once in MoveNote, you can sign in using your Google account. So select Google, and then select the account you'd like to sign in. Once signed into MoveNote, there are a few features that we'll cover. First, you can rename your presentation at the top. Then you can add slides from your Google Drive or your computer. Once you add slides from Google Drive or your computer, you can add more slides. You can shuffle through the slides. You can reorder and trash any of the slides that you don't like. And then be sure to save changes at the bottom. You can also allow video. Hi everyone. Hope you're having a good day. I'm going to disable the camera right now. So MoveNote is actually capturing audio and video. You can disable the camera at any time. Down at the bottom, or on the right hand side here, you can record the screen. Once you start recording, if you press the red button again, it will pause the recording, and then it will ask you if you're done and you want to finalize your presentation, or you can start over. So I'm going to record a MoveNote right now. I'll enable video as well. And you can see it's counting me down. Hello everyone, welcome to MoveNote. This is a great tool for teachers to use to get information out to students. Maybe if they can't be in the classroom all the time, or if they want to send some resources home that are just a little extra. So as you can see, I'm working through my slides here. If I click on a slide, it gives me a sort of laser pointer as well. So that's a really nice feature for my students. I hope everybody enjoyed this MoveNote presentation, and we will see you later. So then I have currently paused my recording. So a couple things to notice. It does give me a timer on here. It's showing me this green bar here is picking up my audio. If I go into settings here, I can change my mic volume. And then finally, once I'm actually finished recording, then I can just click done and it will finalize my presentation. So it's saying wait a little bit, we'll finalize it for you. So once your video is finalized, it will bring up a page that looks like this. This is actually what the page looks like if you were to send it out as a URL to your students as well. I'm going to press play so that you can see what the MoveNote would look like. Hello everyone, welcome to MoveNote. This is a great tool for teachers to use to get information out to students. Maybe if they can't be in the classroom all the time, or if they want to send some resources home that are just a little extra. So you can see it's going through my MoveNote. If I were to advance, I can see when I switched to slide 2. At some point I switched back to slide 1. So a couple options here. Right underneath the video there, I can actually send it with Gmail, which all of our students 3 through 12 have access to Gmail. I can either grab the URL here, or I can share it on any of these social media platforms, including, emailing it. I can share it on Gmail. I can share it in Twitter, Facebook, however I want to get it out to my students or my parents. And then in the extra options here, I can add a link. So adding a link, it says this button will appear on the top of the last slide at the end of the presentation. So if I want to maybe give my students a presentation and then have them take like a Google form quiz after. So that will add a link to my presentation here, which is a really nice feature. I can change the background of my MoveNote, so let me do that really quick. I'm going to change it to a blackboard. maybe. Down. Hello everyone, welcome. Let's try that again. Let's go with red. So I can change the background of my MoveNote this way as well. Next options, I can rename my presentation. So after I've made the presentation, I'm going to say, welcome to MoveNote. I can also edit the slides. So I'm going to show you what happens here when I edit the slides. So I went through slides 1 and 2 during my presentation. Let's say I completely get rid of slide 2. So now what it's going to do, save and preview. So what it will do now is any of the audio that was over slide 2 is now just going to be over slide 1. Hello everyone, welcome to MoveNote. Maybe if they can't be, I send some resources home that are just a little extra. So as you can see, I'm working through my slides here. If I click on a slide, it gets... So I said that I was working through my slides, but since I got rid of one of the slides, it's not actually there anymore. It's not progressing through those. So it's just something you need to keep in mind, that you can actually go back and change the slides. If maybe you added a slide but you didn't end up talking about it, you can get rid of that after the fact as well. Embedding this MoveNote, we're going to talk about this a little later in the video, so stay tuned for embedding the MoveNote. Viewer statistics gives me how many people have watched my MoveNote, which is really nice. If I do send it out as a URL, I want to know how many people actually clicked on it and watched the MoveNote. And then I can delete this MoveNote as well. If I'd like to make this MoveNote available to parents or students on my website, I can actually go to the settings here and click Embed this MoveNote. If you're familiar with embedding, it does actually create an iframe for your MoveNote. So I'm going to Control-C and copy that. And then I'm going to go over into my Smart website and go to Tools here and Source Code. So any website or Canvas or something like that that allows you to add in your own HTML code, you can actually Control Copy and then Control Paste it in there. And once I click OK, you can see that my MoveNote has arrived. I can make it smaller or larger and then just click Save. And now you can see on my home page, I've got this MoveNote, and it looked exactly like it did on the MoveNote website, but it's actually available for my parents to use as well. If you've got more questions on how to embed some of that content, just go ahead and contact us, and we would be more than happy to help.